All right, I would like to show you how to read a solubility curve. So these are some substances that are soluble at a particular given temperature for an amount of solute in 100 grams of water. Okay, so as you can see, as the temperature increases for these various substances, so does the solubility or the ability to dissolve. Okay, so if I had 10 grams of cerium sulfate at 10 degrees Celsius, it is considered saturated. This point right here is considered saturated. Okay, so as a result, anything added more at that temperature is considered supersaturated. So, like if I had 15 grams of cerium sulfate, then at 10 degrees, then it's supersaturated. So, any point along this line for cerium sulfate, any point, any amount at that given temperature on that line is considered saturated. Okay. Any amount at any other temperature above that line is considered supersaturated. So likewise, at 10 degrees Celsius, if I had 5 grams dissolved in 100 grams, that would be unsaturated. And I would need to add 5 more grams to make it saturated. Okay, you understand? Likewise, I could say if I had 30 grams of potassium chloride, how much would it need to be saturated at, say, 70 degrees Celsius? Well, I would need from 30 grams up to about 49 grams, the difference, which is 19 grams at 70 to make it saturated. Okay. You could also look at it in terms of, like here we have at, say, 25 degrees Celsius of calcium chloride is saturated with 90 grams for 100. What would it be in 200 grams? Well, that would be 180 grams and 200 grams, because at 25 degrees Celsius, it's saturated at 90 for every 100. So then if we doubled the amount of solute given the solvent, it'd be 180. Or if we just added 50 more, it would be 90 plus 45. So if we said 150, okay? So those are the different ways you can predict solubility of solutes in solutions at given temperatures. Okay, so if it's a point anywhere on the line, it's considered saturated. If it's a point above the line, so like 10 degrees Celsius, if I had 40 grams for potassium chloride, it's considered supersaturated. Okay, and then anything below the line, so like if I had at 30 degrees, 30 grams for sodium chloride, it's unsaturated. And I would need 10 more, I could add 10 more grams to make it saturated. Okay, so that's how you can interpolate. And you can also extend the graph out and kind of predict kind of beyond what the graph shows. All right. And that's basically how you read saturated, unsaturated, supersaturated, and how to figure out how much more is needed to make it saturated or at different given volumes of solute also. Okay.